owls want to join in. And canoe with tortoise swimming in water in a non-touristic place, as quiet as can be. Let me know. Hello, welcome to Avon Cloud Outdoors. My name is Brandon, and today we're going to be going for an impromptu hike. But what I'm going to find on the hike, yeah, that's what's really going to make this hike worth it. Because I wasn't expecting to find it. So I was just testing out my flint rod. That is my Leatherman, one of my favorite tools actually, because it's so versatile. It's got almost everything in there. I think originally this was made for people who work with leather so that they could be able to have almost everything in one tool as they work with leather. But people who do bushcraft and camping found that this tool is so useful because it literally has everything. I could not leave the harmonica. Don't know if I'll actually use it. Desire of Ages is a book that I'm currently reading right now. And of course, my Kruger cup and flashlight, in case I get stuck, and water, of course. I really love this bag. It's so light and you can actually convert it into a fanny bag. So the reason why I really am excited to make this video is I'm going to be commenting on different things that I learned as I was on the hike. I hope the comment is not going to interrupt much. I mean, it already is interrupting a lot, but the things that I learned on the hike, different things that I learned from nature, things that pointed me to God. I just want to showcase the importance and the benefits of actually spending time in nature with God and seeing the different things that you learn. See, when God, who is the wisest and most intelligent and most powerful being in the universe, made man, he put him in a garden. He didn't put him in a 6-story building or in a double-story house. And that has its reasons, because the things that were created by God will always remind us of God. But when we stay in the city, when we're always looking at things that remind us of human works and man-made things, then we forget about God and we tend to lose track and lose connection with him. So this is where I got my first object lesson as I was going into this bush. This is something that I actually found on a previous hike. And as I thought about it, I always try to make a spiritual connection. When I see something, I always try and see how it connects to the Lord and his word. And for me, this really represented like death and sin, and how at one point things were perfect, but at the next, imagine if Adam was looking at bones on the ground and how much that would break his heart to see death when at some point things were perfect. So for me, this represented death and sin. But also remember Elisha when he was in the valley and he prophesied that the bones come to life. There are people who are skull and bones under the earth right now, who, when the trumpet sounds, everything will come together, the sinew, the flesh and everything, and they will be alive again from bones. Now here, I was on a dry riverbed and I was just following the river to see where it's going to lead me. And I saw these stones from the dry riverbed, and it instantly reminded me of David when he was fighting Goliath. He went to the riverbed to pick 5 stones. So for me, like, this really represented like how just a shepherd boy was able to take down a giant with great faith that men of wisdom and power had failed to do, because he was also a man of valor, but more than anything, he had faith in God. And also here, I saw these exposed tree roots, which led to the trees dying, because for some reason, I think as the river was flowing and washing away the sand or the soil, it left a lot of tree roots exposed. And once the tree roots are exposed, the tree dies. And that showed me how important it is to always hide our foundation in Jesus and never leave it exposed. Otherwise, our spiritual life will wither and will actually suffer. So as I was walking, at some point, the riverbed kind of got to an end, and I didn't see where it continued. So I had to climb over and kind of see where it continues, which also showed me that even though some things look like they're actually at the end, the water always finds a way to continue some other way. And there's always a way with Jesus, where there's a will, there's a way. And with God, everything is possible. So as I was looking at this dry riverbed, just walking on it, I was instantly reminded of the Israelites who walked in the Red Sea on dry ground. I mean, think about this. Think about if this river was actually fully functional, and for some reason I end up walking on a dry riverbed because of the miracle of God. This is what God put them through. Now, as I was also looking at this river, it reminded me of sin in the sense that it starts as a little trickle as water makes a little pathway. But as it gets more and more, it makes more and more damage. And now, when the river is gone, the impact that sin leaves on you is much bigger. Now, when water is making a pathway, more water collects and it gets bigger and bigger. And such is the same with sin. It starts by a tiny little pathway and it ends up being this huge river that's going to wash you away, and you can't really keep up with the current. So it's always good to stay away from sin in total, even if in the beginning it looks harmless, because the after effects that it leaves behind is actually more damage, and people can now see the effects of sin. I mean, in the human race, we can still see the effects of sin till today. But also, let's say you get into drugs or even after you repent, you can still see the scars. Well, some people bear their scars outside and some inside. So here, I got into what I thought was my final destination. I thought that this was where I was going to chill because I had found nature sofa the other day when I was hiking. And I thought, this would be cool to make a hike about this cool place. Little did I know that I was going to be blown away by what I was going to see later on. But yeah, so I was just going to chill here, read my Bible, sing some songs. And this was the plan until I bumped into a cattle herder and he said that he wanted to show me something. So this is actually going to be interesting. Just taking a break, drinking my water, but it was hot, so the water was also hot. But you know what I hate more than hot water? No water at all. You want to join in? Cows want to join in. Life is easy when you're up on the mountain. You've got peace of mind like you've never known. But things change when you're down in the valley. I wanna go to heaven and pick an ever-fading flower from the mountain overlooking the temple of my God. I wanna go to heaven where all is light and glory. How I long to be with Jesus, how I long to be with God. Sometimes I think I could stay here no longer. I feel very low. 3 days later.
beautiful and interesting, but I didn't know that what was behind this is something I could have never imagined is there. Look, it might be underwhelming for some of you or on camera, but trust me, in person, especially if you're not expecting to see it, it is breathtaking because it's just hidden in plain sight. You would never expect that it's here.
Blah 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 blah.
Let's go. Don't worry, this is not it, but this is also so beautiful. Like, look at that. This is not what I was talking about, but look at how beautiful also this is. I don't want to think about all the snakes in there, but look at how beautiful it is. Like, wow. And you can't access this by car. Like, there's grass everywhere. You have to be someone who lives in this rural place to know this. This is magnificent. All right, let's keep going. We're almost there. Now there's, I see 4 tortoise swimming in the water. 4. I'm happy now. I've seen this, but yeah, I'm tired. So I'm gonna start walking home again. But this is beautiful. This made my day. Like, I think this made my whole next 6 months. I tucked my shirt in because there's a lot of ticks here. At least I saw one. I'm not gonna say there's a lot. I saw one. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put my pants in my socks and tuck my shirt so that it doesn't crawl up my stomach. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed filming this, I mean, I'm so happy I found this, and the fact that I found it by accident makes it so much better. Like, you have no idea. I feel like Indiana Jones right now. whoever wants to come back with me here on a canoeing trip, just to be able to canoe this place, if you really feel like you want to do that and canoe with tortoise swimming in water in an untouristic place, as quiet as can be, let me know. But anyway, if you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed filming it, subscribe, I guess, if you want to. Like and yeah, share or comment or whatever. But yeah, I'm probably gonna make another video where I hike again to this place, but probably show it from a different angle. And I'm looking forward to filming that video as well. But anyway, I had a great time. This just made my Sabbath. This is what Sabbath is for. Going into nature, experiencing God. And this was my Sabbath highlight. So I catch you guys next time. And yeah, this is the best surprise God could have given me. And I hope this made you happy too. All right, catch you guys later.